All right, everybody. Here we go. Welcome to another Team Elite weekly call. Super excited about the information we have bringing your way today. Man, this was an incredible past weekend. We were in Elite Academy, and it was mind-blowing, just simply mind-blowing. The information that was brought to the stage, the teachings, they had breakout sessions. You guys, if you missed it, wow, man, you really, really missed it. Not trying to rub anybody's nose in anything, just saying you got to make them. For those of us that were there, we know how powerful, how impactful they are. You know, all of our elites and leaders, Pro 10s on down, they all say attend all events. Attend all events. Don't miss any. There's stories in the company that would blow your mind on what people went through to make the event. But they did what they said they were going to do. They held up on their commitments and they did it. And now they're living a life that we're all striving for, that we're all moving towards. So Elite Academy was awesome. One of the super duper highlights. If anybody gets to see any footage, I don't know if anybody recorded it, posted it on YouTube, maybe on Facebook, of Kai Hayes speaking, our Pro 8, our Pro 8, Kai Hayes, speaking from stage. Man, talk about bring the house down. She got a standing ovation, not once but twice during her message. Really, really impactful, very powerful. That woman, my gosh, man, just to say that I know her is something super incredible. We had other incredible speakers on stage all weekend. Of course, the company brought in some power keynote speakers. Man, it was out of this world. They top themselves every time we have an Elite Academy. So the next one coming up, you guys, is in Kansas City in July 18th and 19th. Right now, we've got early registration going on until February 16th. Don't wait till February 16th. Get it now. Early registration is $99. After February 16th, it's going to go up to $179. Save yourself almost $100. Are you going to be there? Do you understand the importance of making the events? Do you want to be where Tyler and Marcel are? Tyler and Marcel are, and all of these other guys that are at the top of the company. I mean, is that where you want to be? Are you going to be there? Just get your ticket now. So that Kansas City one is going to be pretty incredible. Weather's going to be beautiful. There's all kinds of stuff to do. Maybe we can do some sightseeing or something. That's always a blast. You know, these are almost like mini vacations, family get-together, church session, mini vacations. Hey, our next event coming up, you guys, keep in mind, we go over these events because it's good to have them in your calendar. So you block out time. My life revolves around these events. My family is very, very important, but I'm doing what I'm doing for my family. And I do miss some stuff, and it's painful, and it hurts, but I know why I'm missing it. I know why I'm going to these events is to better my family. So we've got Life Vantage Academy coming up on March 16th at a venue location near you. They're also doing the streaming live ones if you want to kind of get the second best option to it. Obviously on site is going to be the best. But, you know, if you absolutely can't, don't make a lame-o excuse and say, oh, I can't. I better just watch online. Be there. Go ahead and just be there. Physically show up. You know, leaders show up, and we do what we say we're going to do. So definitely be there. That's going to be March 16th. Get that ticket now. Leaders, pre-register. If you're going to be there, if you're serious about this, and you're going to be at these events, just go ahead and get your ticket now. March 22nd and 23rd. Special. This is aside and separate. This is above and beyond Elite Academy and LVA. Elite Academy and Life Vantage Academy are an absolute must for building your business. That's where we get our education. That's our university classes. That's our teaching. That's where we go to learn how to build. Above and beyond that, another step going further is the Building Depth quarterly meeting in St. George, Utah. If you haven't been to one, you need to go. It's going to be March 22nd and 23rd. It's in St. George. There's a couple of ways that you can travel in for that event. I've been making this event for quite some time. I've been to many of them. If you want any, if you need any help, if you want any kind of insight to everybody, it's good to save money, right? So, you know, I've done the route. I've done it many different ways. I've kind of got a system set up that I do, and it really kind of trims down on the cost. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. Let me know that you have some questions, and we can move forward from there. Also, you know, sharing hotels and things like that. There's a lot of different things that we can do on top of these little tips and tricks that I've learned. And that's coming up March 22nd and 23rd, St. George, high-level network marketing training. You get stuff there that you don't get at Elite Academy and LVA. It's definitely some very, very powerful stuff. I've heard Pro 6s, Pro 7s, Pro 8s tell me after attending that event, that was the missing link. That was the game changer. But they got to the point where they are first by going to the Elite Academy and LVAs. So definitely let's sit down. Let's continue to revisit this. Let's talk about it. Today, that's about as far as I'm going to go with these announcements. Pre-register. Hey, if everybody's got a pen and paper, I'd like you to take it out. I just want to make, this is something very, very, very profound has come to me. I'd like everybody to write this down. When we ink stuff, it makes it more powerful. When we ink it, it makes it more real. This is something that you can put on the rearview mirror in your car. You can take it with you. You can have it hanging on your bathroom mirror. Everybody, you got your pens ready? Okay, this is the profound statement. This is very, very powerful. And this is coming from Marcel. I asked Marcel, do you have one major tip? I know there's a lot of stuff out there, but right now, what can you share with me that is one of the most impactful things that I can carry myself and also share with my team and other distributors? And you know what Marcel said? He said, pre-register and attend all events. Pre-register and attend all events. So there you go. There's your power statement. Hope you wrote it down. Get that tattooed somewhere. Okay, enough of that. Sorry, guys. We have got a treat today. Somebody that we all know and love. This guy, power speaker, power teacher, a wealth of knowledge and influence and education. This guy can bring it and bring it and bring it. You got a question, he's got an answer. He is an absolute leader and a power player in LifeVantage on our team and in this industry. Destined for super high success in our industry and in his life personally. The things that he's been able to do and accomplish and be a part of is really, really incredible. So today we have the special treat of listening to the teachings of none other than David Lamoureux, our business builder, Team Elite and in LifeVantage. David, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Take it away, David.
Awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and mute a couple of people. Looks like we've got a good amount of people on here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm super freaking excited about this, you guys. We are back from Texas. We're back from the Elite Academy Charleston, and oh my goodness, it was so freaking exciting. These guys, these events get me so excited, so pumped up every single time, and they do that for a reason. Whenever Matthew says attend all events, whenever Marcel Niederhauser says attend all events, and this is coming from the godfather of LifeVantage, they mean it. Now, what if you just submitted yourself to the system for a year, for 2 years, okay? Just try it for 1 year, all right? See what happens. What I found with attending events, guys, it builds your belief. And it's hard to share the information with anybody if you don't have belief, number one, in yourself, but belief in the industry, belief in your product, belief in the company. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because that belief is very, very important. So here is those important dates that Matthew was talking about. If you are watching this on your phone, go ahead and take a screenshot of this so you don't forget these dates. And like Matthew was talking about, do yourself a favor and pre-register, okay? LifeVantageAcademy.com is the next upcoming date for our corporate event, okay? Building Depth, that is an extra deal. It's on top, but it will be absolutely nuts and bolts incredible. I plan on making it this time. It's going to be a sacrifice, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Elite Academy coming up July. That's about 5 months away. It's going to be the 10-year anniversary, you guys. They're making it $20 more this time because they're going to be throwing an incredible after party. So whatever you do, get there. All right. It's only $100 to register between now and the 16th. Okay. So on the 16th, right after it, it goes up to 170. So procrastination costs you money. So buy your ticket now. If you plan on going, which you should, just buy your ticket now. Okay. So here's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the importance of staying new in the business. Okay. This teaching, this training came from none other than the Pro 7, Bob Wagner. Okay. Now, Pro 7 is like a brown belt in the industry. He's probably like a black belt, honestly, in his last company. He was with another company for 25 years. He was a 6-figure top income earner with that company. And now he's with LifeVantage, and he got to Pro 7 in it was like 6 months. Okay. But he only did that because he's already a black belt. Okay. Whenever you're a black belt in another martial art and you go start learning in another martial art, you can progress through the ranks much faster. Why? Because you have that foundation, because you already have an understanding of how the industry works. Okay. So even him, as a 25-year veteran, guys, values the importance of staying new. And it's because he has observed that a lot of people, after they are in the business for some time, and it can happen at any rank. It could happen at Pro 3, Pro 4, Pro 5, all the way up to Pro 10. But he has observed that whenever people start to feel like they know more, or like they've arrived, or other things like that, and we're going to talk more about that. But he's found that basically that's what causes people to stop building and stop growing in their business, and their business stops growing. So let's talk about staying new. We are the most excited when we are new, right? And I want you to think about the original decision that you made whenever you first decided to join LifeVantage. Okay. I want you to think about that feeling. How excited were you? Okay. How excited were you to have your first meeting, or to schedule your first meeting and to start telling people about this whole thing? All right. I actually asked Marisa Harrelson. She just recently got to Pro 8. I asked her in the Legacy trip in Mexico, what's one of the most important things that you would recommend, and what's one of the most important things that kept you going and that got you off to such fast success? She said, I was just ignorance on fire. I was just so freaking excited about this. I was just telling everybody. Okay. And she believes that that's what has attributed to really all of her growth and the size of her organization right now, is she's just kept that feeling. So she told me, just remember how you felt whenever you first got started and hang on to that feeling. Okay. Here's number 2. You know the least about the products and the business when you are new. Okay. So that forces you to use third-party validation more. It forces you to take yourself out of the picture and use that third-party validation. Okay. That also shows that new person right in front of you that they can do it too. Okay. So number 3, we have the most personal activity when we are new, right? Let me bring this right back to number 2, just real quick. If you feel like you have to wait, 2 things here. If you feel like you have to wait until you know much more about the business, then that's not how this industry works. Okay. You learn while you earn, and you earn while you learn. So if you are at a point in your business right now where you know a whole lot, right, you may need to take it back to the place to where you don't know a whole lot. You may need to take it back to an activity level where you did exactly what you did in the beginning. You were just simply, hey, I'd love to share an idea with you. I got a video. If I sent it to you, would you watch it? Okay. Or my business mentor, he's been doing this a lot longer than I have. He's been training me, showing me how to do this thing. He can answer your questions a lot better than I can if you like what you see and you're feeling it. Okay. So now we're moving on to number 3. We have the most personal activity when we are new. Okay. You're not in the management mode, but you are actively building your own personal business. Okay. You're just basically sharing, you're out there looking for people that care about their health and want to make money. All right. And also think about this too, especially if you've been in the business for a while and you haven't had a whole lot of success. or if you're brand new, this applies to everybody. Who do you want on your team? Think about your database. This all starts with the proven plan. Databasing is step number one. So database, write down your list. Okay. If you need a new list, then it can be people from, your current 10 emotion list, but just start writing names down. Maybe even bring in names from your Facebook account. Okay. But grow that list to 200 names as soon as possible. Okay. And then go through that list and put a star next to the top 20 people that you want on your team. I don't care if you're brand new. I don't care if you've been doing this business for 2 years. Okay. But a good, fresh list is a game plan. And then it makes it simple. So whenever you see that list, it's like, oh, all I got to do is talk to these people. It removes confusion whenever you have that database. Okay. So number 4, we get the best results personally recruiting when we are new, right? And why is that? Again, it goes back to number 1. We're the most excited whenever we're new. Okay. Also, it goes to number 2. We know the least when we're new. And that forces us to use that third-party validation. So I personally have actually, even though I could answer every single one of their questions whenever I'm prospecting, I don't. Okay, I don't, and I don't for a reason. You always want to be showing this to people as if you are teaching them how to do it from the very first minute that you are telling them about it. Okay, so it's going to be a different case-to-case situation per each person that you're talking to, but think to yourself, how can this person build the business? And that's how you want to share the information with them. Okay, whether that be through sending them a business presentation video and then doing a 3-way call afterwards, or whether that be doing a one-on-one meeting with them, okay, and doing the tear-off sheet presentation, or whether that be bringing them to a hotel meeting. But primarily, this business is built through those one-on-one conversations, the relationship that's built through knee to knee. All right. And we also have the best stories when we are new. So whenever we're just getting started in the business, and this is my personal testimony too, I was studying, I was learning, I was listening to testimonies, I was learning about how the product worked. But one of the biggest things that stood out to me was the testimonies, you guys. It was how this product and this business was changing people's lives. Okay. And those are like tools in your tool belt. Okay. Have y'all ever heard of the saying, stories sell, but facts tell, right? How many of you out there like country music? So country music, you guys, they are impeccable storytellers. All right. We just had Jimmy Yeary come in, and he's an awesome, incredible country music singer. And he wrote a story with us. He wrote a song with us. And what he did was he went around and he asked people in the crowd different questions, like, what's your best memory with your dad? Somebody said playing laser tag with his dad. Somebody said, he asked somebody, have you ever been bullied in your life? And he said, yeah, I was bullied in high school a lot. And then he went around and said, what was your first car? And somebody said a colored Mustang. You know, every bumper on the Mustang, the 66 Mustang, was a different color. And he made a story out of it. You know, it's not just about where you're from, but it's about who you are and where you're headed, right? So he put that whole song together from us in the crowd, and it really brought us into that moment, okay? So tell the stories, learn the stories, tell the stories. There's a lot of stories on YouTube, but you're gonna learn a lot more stories, especially if you create those relationships at the events, okay, you guys? So that's another reason why you want to go to all company events. Let's move on. When we are new, we dream big, right? Anything is possible, and it is possible, okay? We also focus on our pains, our needs, and our wants more than whenever we get burnt out, okay? If you are feeling burnt out, just remember, I really encourage you to remember how you felt whenever you were new, okay? Allow yourself to dream big again. Allow yourself to believe that this is the opportunity that will solve your pains, your needs, and your wants, okay? And we can do anything, or we do everything. Here's number 3. We do everything we can to help people build 24/7, 365. We're obsessed with helping people, with building the business, right? I want to encourage you. This is how we are new, all right? But I want to encourage you to bring these these feelings back to where you are now. Okay. We are passionate. We're compassionate for other people, and we're obsessed with building all the time. Right. I don't know about you, but I definitely was. And I still am, honestly. I get fired up every time that I go to an elite academy. It's time to turn it up again. Right. So here's number 5. Whenever you're new, nothing can stop you from advancing your new business. Okay. This is absolutely exciting what you're doing. You have the strong belief. And let me ask you this, do you have the strong belief, the absolute belief that this is the answer that you were looking for? Okay. If it's not, then I ask you to go back to why. I ask you to go back to your original why. Okay. Why are you doing this business? And if you say money, that's great. But why is that important to you? Okay. You may say that you want to send your kids to a nice private school. Great. Well, why is that important to you? And you may say then, because you never had that opportunity whenever you were young. Okay. So your why is deeper than you really understand. Okay. So if you don't have that passion yet, or if you maybe forgot your passion, maybe if you forgot your why, then bring that back up. Okay. Write your why down again. Okay. And then that will help you to be unstoppable in this business, right? Now, here's one thing I would like for you to do. Everybody really pay attention to this part. Rye Fry, Pro 8 in this business, told us all, and myself too, but write yourself a letter, okay? Write yourself a letter. After you get to the point where you are absolutely believing that this business is what you have been praying for, write yourself a letter in that time for yourself whenever things get tough, for whenever you feel like quitting, because you're going to need somebody to help you remember why you're doing this business. Okay. And I really encourage you to take this part seriously and write yourself a letter. It doesn't have to be long, but just write yourself a letter on, here's why I'm doing this. Here's how much I believe in this, and let's go. Let's turn it up. Okay. So that's just a side note. Let's move on to the next slide here, you guys. You never want to stop being new. It can only happen if we let it. So being new is whenever you're really excited about the business, you're passionate about it, but you can get burnt out, or you can just lose your fire if you let it. Now, have you guys ever been camping? I know I love camping myself. So whenever you are camping, do you have all of your fire logs spread out, or do you have them close together? It's an easy question. You have them close together, right? Well, why is that? It helps to keep those logs burning much, 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 much longer. If you started, like, how you want to put the fire out is you spread those logs out and you let them die on their own. So your passion can only go out if you remove yourself from the fire. Okay. Going to these corporate events, staying plugged in on a smaller level, even just being accountable with your sponsor or somebody else in the business, a mentor, that is a form of staying plugged in. Okay. And that is what's going to help to keep your fire burning much longer than if you were just doing this yourself. If you did not stay plugged in or anything, you would burn out very quickly. Okay. You would lose your fire. And number 2 here, this goes, actually, let's go to number 1. This can happen at any rank, Pro 4 through Pro 10. It doesn't matter. And the needs, this is whenever the needs, the pains begin to disappear. Okay. Some people, they lose their fire because they didn't see the results that they thought they would early on. And that could just go back to mismanaged expectations. Okay. But some people lose their fire because they start taking care of these needs and pains in other ways. These needs and pains begin to disappear. Okay. And oftentimes these needs and pains only disappear by a very temporary here and now solution. It's not a long-term solution like LifeVantage is. It's not a generational wealth solution like LifeVantage is. So number 3, the burn to get it done, it becomes cooler. Okay. Like we were talking about, the fire, the passion. So how to solve that is just stay plugged in. Okay. Easiest way to do that is to go to all the corporate events, right? LifeVantage Academy is coming up next. But also go to your local events too. The next local event coming up, we're going to be going over that, but it's later on this week. It's a Zoom meeting. And then Kelly Brown is doing a home group meeting in Richardson next week. And we're also doing another meeting in Euless at the end of the month. So let's go on to number 4. We'll come back to those meeting dates here in a minute. So don't worry about not missing it or writing it down. We can go into management mode instead of the activity, the productivity mode, and the building mindset. So people let themselves get out of this productivity mode and they go into management mode. So like this starts to happen whenever you recruit some people, whenever you start having a team. Don't let this happen to you. Okay. You want to divide your time up, about 20% time helping your team and about 80% time still spending it building your own business for many reasons. For one thing, people are only going to do what you do. Okay. Now this is for a season. Yes. Once you get to Pro 10, then you can kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit, or just at whatever rank that you are comfortable with as far as income wise. But I mean, like Blue Elam, he can take his foot off the gas a little bit, right? Especially whenever things come up with the family. So this isn't like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to stop, going crazy. Okay. It happens in bursts. All right. But do your best not to get into the management mindset, because you're actually teaching your distributor that once you have a team, then you no longer have to go and find new people. And one of the best solutions to all of your problems in network marketing is just to go bring in new blood, to go find new people, to go find 5. That's why Marcel Niederhauser, the answer to everything is just go find 5 more. How do I encourage the rest of my team? Go bring in 5 more people. That will get everybody else on fire. I promise you. And here's something funny. Caleb, Matthew, if you guys are listening, anytime that you guys bring in another new teammate, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get going. So guys, it's true, and it happens. Okay, that bringing in new blood will fire up the entire rest of your team. Okay, you just want to make sure that your fire is hot enough and is comfortable enough, and you have an environment, a culture that keeps the logs on the outside of the fire, that keeps those people loving. It keeps them loving the culture of the team, so that whenever you bring new logs onto that fire, hopefully a spark will fly off and land on one of your old teammates, and they'll get fired up again. Okay, that's how it works. And that's why we have such a loving team and family culture here at Team Elite and with LifeVantage. So we also, if we start learning and if we start losing the fire, we stop doing what got us to the top. So if you've already had great, fast success, then go back to what you were doing in the beginning. Okay. And just all you got to do, you guys, in this business is just get to Pro 3 and teach people how you got to Pro 3 and do that over and over and over again. That's it. So how do we keep ourselves new in the business, right? We've already talked a little bit on this. You never stop recruiting new personal customers and new distributors. So you're always looking for good people to work with. You've got a gift, you guys. If somebody's, complaining, usually the 3 main pains is no time, not enough money, and not enough health, not enough, time to spend with the family, not enough money to take care of the family, and my health sucks, or my mom, passed away, or my dad just had a heart attack or something. So you have a gift to help somebody in all 3 of those main areas, right? And this helps to keep you fresh. So keep your eyes out for building those relationships and helping people. And this will help to keep you fresh. It helps to keep you in real time as well with your teammates. Okay. It helps to keep you a mentor that is just far enough ahead to teach them, to lead them, but just close enough to where they know that you're not out of touch, to where they know that you're not out of sync with what's actually going on. All right. This also helps prevent us from becoming historians, right? Just history tellers in the business, always talking about the past. Okay. What if I told you that your pain was my pain last week? Oh yeah, I dealt with that last week. No big deal. Okay. As opposed to, oh yeah, I remember that one time 5 years ago, whenever that happened to me. Which would you rather appreciate, right? Last week, because I'm still doing it. Okay. This helps to keep you relatable with your new team members, and they are going to love that. They are going to value that. They're going to put you higher as a mentor. Okay. They're going to place you as a higher importance in their mind as a relatable mentor, as, oh, okay, that's normal. So just keep going. And also, this keeps your stories current and fresh, which is what we're talking about. So number 6, you walk the talk and you lead by example. All right. This is key. This is crucial. In this business, you build it by becoming a leader. Okay. And you be the leader by having the experience and by doing what you say that you're going to do. And you have that experience simply by doing the do. This business is all about learn, do, teach. That's it. Okay. So people these days come up to me and they're just like, "Oh my God, David, you're that guy on Facebook. You're so amazing. You know, you got this. You're going to be a Pro 10. I'm so excited about what you're doing. That presentation you did was outstanding." And I'm just like, I'm not really doing anything special. I'm just learn, do, and teach. Learn, do, and teach all the time. That's all that this is. So learn what we're talking about, do it, and then teach it to somebody else. Teach it to the next new person. Okay. This shows that you are not a one-hit wonder, but instead you are a leader that can build anytime, anywhere, with anyone, wherever, whenever you decide. All right. Did you guys get that? I'm going to share that again. That was a lot. This shows that you are not a one-hit wonder, but instead a leader that can build anytime, anywhere, with anyone, whenever you decide. You own these skills. All right. The more that you learn, the more that you do, the more that you teach, the more that you own these skills and you become that leader. So number 8, this shows your new team members the business is doable and easy, even after all of the years that you still do what it took you to get to the top. Okay. It's simple. This is very simple. We simply make an army of Pro 3s. You don't make it super complicated. Network marketing is built because you teach an army of people to do a few simple things. That's it. So let's move on to the last 2 points for this. This helps to keep your business balanced as you advance in rank by spreading out the volume into extra lines, which gives you more margin for error. It gives you a little bit more cushion. Okay. Because yes, people are going to, they're going to get discouraged. Some people are going to fall away, and that's okay. Listen, this business isn't for everybody. It is simple, but it's not always easy. Now, about 80% of the people that you bring into this business as a teammate will be perfectly happy making $0 to $500 a month. Okay. 80%, you guys, 80% of these people that you bring into your business will be perfectly happy making $0 to $500 a month, simply because they want to be a part of something bigger. They want to be in a group, a team, a family that loves them, that is going places, that is doing things, that is helping people. All right. So you have to understand that not everybody is going to be willing to do what it takes to become a Master Pro 10. And that's okay. That's why we have the family culture here at Team Elite. We understand the 80, 15, and 5% principle. Okay. 15% of the people that you bring in are going to want a little bit more. They're going to want more so around $2,500 to $5,000 a month. All right. And then there's the 5% of the people that are going to want to take it all the way. They're going to be Master Pro 10s. Okay. They're the leaders. Now, you don't have to have that massive Pro 10 check in order to be a 5%er. It's all about your mind, your mindset. Okay. So that's just a side note on leadership and the family culture. We'll come back and teach on that another day. So number 10, this allows you to place people under your team to reward the distributors doing a good job and maybe help them advance in rank. Now, my advice on placing people in your business: never place a distributor, but I always recommend placing a customer underneath somebody that has earned it. Now, once you bring in new customers, you can actually use them as a little bit of leverage. Hey, and then you can go to your teammate and say, "Hey, I've got a new customer. I would love to reward you by putting that customer up under you. But first, I need to see 2 more presentations, or 5 more presentations, or 3 more 3-way calls." Whatever, you can make it whatever you want. And I do this all the time. Now, it could be also somebody, you could place it under somebody that has already been getting customers, business, people that have been building their business. I see what you're doing. I see that you are doing the work. I recognize the leader in you. You're building your business. I wanted to reward you by giving you one of my customers. Now that not only encourages them, and not only lets them know that you recognize their activity, that shows them that you love them. Okay. It also helps them to get more volume to help them rank advance. It also helps to get them more money because of the comp plan, the unilevel bonus. And it also helps you to get more money by that same customer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go learn about the comp plan. We have a page for that in the teamelitefamily.com. It's under tools, I believe. No, it's under learn. There's a comp plan button under learn. Now here's an important principle, you guys. Recruiting is one of the biggest problem solvers in your business. There is no problem, no matter how big, that one good new recruit won't fix. Think about this. You are literally one person away from absolutely changing your business, changing your life, changing your family's life, changing your future. Okay. Now don't treat this like a lottery, but that's definitely how it could be. Okay. Think about Melissa Bruton and Brandon Cunningham. Brandon Cunningham was Melissa's first phone call. And like what happened to him. He's a master pro 10 now, for those of you that don't know. So if you yourself new in the business will never get stale, and it will always be fun. I'll tell you what, you guys, this business is so much fun whenever you just submit to the system and you do it. You believe that this is the answer to prayer that you've been looking for. So I'm so freaking excited about doing this business with you guys. We're back from Elite Academy Charleston. Let's talk about Pro 3. Let's talk about the Pro 3 focus. Get fixated on Pro 3. Take a screenshot of this real quick. Here's how important it is. Whenever you get somebody to Pro 3, they will stay with the business for over 5 years. Okay. They're making money enough to cover their products and profit. Okay. And it's all about duplication. Again, we're just creating an army of Pro 3s. Get to Pro 3 yourself and simply teach people how to do it. Do you want to know how to get to Pro 7? Do you guys want to know the fast track to get to Pro 7? I bet you do. I do too. It's super easy. And here it is. 5, 10, 3. You want to get to 5 distributors, 10 customers, and duplicate that 3 levels down as fast as possible. Okay. That is a game plan to mid-level Pro 6. Okay. And on to Pro 7 through 10. Okay. So basically, if you don't have 10 customers yet, go get 10 customers. And that happens usually by default by looking for business builders. Okay. Let's see, somebody's sure. Okay, never mind. Now here's Rye-Fry's plan to Pro 3. Self-development for 30 minutes a day. Invest in yourself, right? Do 15 presentations a month. Okay, that is the doing. That is the experience. Attend all local and corporate meetings. All right, this is the system. 15 presentations a month. Attend all events like it's non-negotiable. Do what you say that you're going to do. So be impeccable with your word. All right. Now, I wanted to share with you guys some crazy statistics on what they found with people that got to Pro 7. They found the average time that people got to Pro 7 was 22 months. All right, of the people Pro 7. Now, some people got to Pro 7 much faster, and some people got to Pro 7 much slower. They found that people have gotten to Pro 7 in 1 month, all the way up to 68 months. Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't compare your timeline with somebody else's, because again, they were black belts in another martial art, and they came to this one and they got to Pro 7 in 1 to 6 months. Now, the average time that they found to get to Pro 7 was 22 months. And they had an average of 22 Pro 3s, which makes complete sense to me. So here's the fast track to get to simply get to Pro 3 before the middle of this year, you guys. This is February. We got more than enough time to get you to Pro 3. Let's just call it Elite Academy in Kansas City. That's in July. Have a goal to get to Pro 3 by Elite Academy in Kansas City. Okay. And then teach those people how to get to Pro 3. Teach those 5 people how to get to Pro 3 by the end of the year. And now you're a Pro 5. Okay. So they're giving you some extra incentives on getting to Pro 3. First off, how many of you like that tip about Pro 3 getting you to Pro 5? Okay. Again, getting you to Pro 5 is just the start. But once you teach more people how to get to Pro 3, you create 5 Pro 5s, and now you're a Pro. That's fast track to Pro 7. So you could do that this year. Just get to Pro 3, teach 5 people how to get to Pro 3, and then teach their 5 people how to teach those 5 people how to get to Pro 3, and you're a Pro 7. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. I don't have time to go over all of it, but if you're a brand new distributor, if you become a Pro 3 by the end of June, okay, and also if you're going to be bringing in 10 total distributors, 15 total customers by the end of June, basically June 30th, then you will get preferred seating throughout the event at the 10-year anniversary of Elite Academy in Kansas City. You're also going to be getting special gift and special 10-year anniversary swag there. And you're also going to be able to attend at the elite reception at the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame with the other elites. How many of you guys would like that? You're also going to get to go up on stage and get massive recognition during the event. So again, take a screenshot of this. If you're a Pro 3 and above, then you can read what to do there. But that's it, you guys. I love it. Here's what's going on this month. Take a screenshot of this. Jennifer Brown has a Zoom meeting later this Friday, later this week, at 7 p.m. Kelly has a meeting in Richardson next Thursday, unconfirmed the time yet. She also has a meeting in Euless the last week of the month. And let me ask you this. What would happen to your business if you talked to 50 people in the next 10 days? That's 5 people a day. What would happen to your business? Okay, we got 20 days left in the month. What if you set a goal to up the activity and talk to 5 people a day for the next 10 days? That's 50 people to work with. I would propose that you would find 5 business partners out of those 50 people. Okay. Now, all you're really looking for is 1 leader out of those 5 people that sign up, and it's worth it. So that's all I got for you guys today. Did y'all like that? I hope you did. I am so honored to be doing this business with you. So blessed to be doing life with you guys. If you need any help in your business at all, please feel free to give me a call. Let's do this, you guys. It's time to turn it up. Okay. This year is your year. All right. Let's just get you to Pro 3 and teach other people how to get to Pro 3. Just up the activity and let's go. Give me a call if you need any help at all. And this is a wrap for the Team Elite Weekly Call this week. I love you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day.